All right, welcome. I'm Valerian, and this is my beautiful face. And this video is about how I got the courage to leave the US. So, I have lived in the US my whole life. The only time I left was during the military. I was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne. I jumped out of planes and stuff, and I went to Iraq. And that was the only time I have ever been outside of country. But I've been all over the US. And my whole life, and during that time and many other times, including when I made my YouTube channel, I've been faced with moments of tremendous fear. And I'm about to face another one. And I just faced one recently. That being the trip I just made from Las Vegas to Indiana, and the trip I'm about to make, getting on that plane and going to the Philippines. And there's a tremendous amount of fear and anxiety around that. It's not consuming me. It's not controlling me, I'm doing pretty good about it, but it's there. So here's what I do when I have moments like these, where I feel that fear. And this happens to me whenever I am about to jump out of an airplane for the first time, or just about to jump out of an airplane, period. And I swear, every time I've ever every time I've ever pressed that publish button on my YouTube channel, anytime I've ever uploaded a video, including now, when I hit the record button, when I start streaming, I feel that fear. I feel that anxiety. Whenever in the past, when I was dating, whenever I approached someone, there's anxiety, there's that fear. It's gripping. It tries to take hold of you and just paralyze you. Every fiber of my being, I'm in those moments, doesn't want me to do it. So here's some of the things I did to walk through that, to have courage. First thing I do is I try to step outside of myself. And I turn my mind off. Just turn it all off. Emotions, thoughts, everything. I just turn it off for 1 second. It only takes 1 second. And in that 1 second, I step forward. I press the button. I jump off the plane. I take the action that I need to take. And I've developed the ability to do that over the years. And so the other thing I don't do is I don't dwell or focus on the danger or the anxiety of the moment. Thoughts are going to come in, but I let them pass. Oh, what about this? What about that? What about this? I don't dwell or focus on any of those thoughts, or they'll paralyze me, and I won't do it. So it's kind of like when you're driving in a car. If you want to avoid hitting something, look away from it. And that's what I do. I look away from these things. I don't focus on them, or they'll consume me when I'm taking that action. I also try to think about what will happen if I turn back, if I don't take the action. What are the negative consequences for me if I don't take that action? I'll give you a perfect example. Those of you in the military will know what I'm talking about. If I hesitate at the door, there are really bad consequences for me if I hesitate at the door. I'll screw up the mission. I'll get UCMJ action. A lot of bad consequences, right? So try to think about those. Think about what will happen if I don't do it, if I turn back, or if I don't take that action, if I hesitate, if I don't press that upload button, if I don't approach, if I don't get on that plane, take that flight, and take that calculated risk. And it's calculated. These are calculated risks. You've done all the safety procedure. I don't advise anybody to do anything stupid. Like, safety first, but you've got to take risks. There's no way around it. And nothing changes if I turn back. And at best case scenario, nothing happens. I stay stuck. I stay in the situation that I'm in that I didn't want to be in, which is why I want to take the action that I want to take. That the fear and the anxiety is telling me not to. I miss 100% of the shots that I don't take. So am I turning back because I'm afraid? And if I am, that's not good enough. I just got to remember, acting on fear is never good enough. It's not the way to go. If I can get through my life without acting on fear, the better my life is. Will my situation improve by not going back? No. Or will my situation improve by not acting? That's the other thing. And usually the answer is no. Because if it would improve, why would I do it? So I also think, got to ask myself, are there any risks I'm facing by not taking this action that I'm not already facing by, not taking the action? Are there any risks I'm facing over there, taking the action than not taking the action? The answer is usually no. And for a while, when it comes to the Philippines and me moving there and leaving the country, for a while there, the answer was there were more risks of going there than staying here in the US. But now, sadly to say, not the case. Not going to go into reasons why. Maybe in another video, most likely in another video. I'll go over the reasons why I'm leaving the US. But I wanted to talk about, courage and how I got the courage to leave and how I'm going to go forward. And so in a few days, I'm going to get on that Uber. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to hang on for dear life. And I'm going to let the wind take me. I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to go. And then whatever happens there happens. And it's scary. There's a lot of fear. But this is what I got to do. So anyway, hope that helps someone. If you like these kind of videos, if you like this kind of video, please share it. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. Your engagement helps encourage me and it helps tell me that this kind of video is something that you want to see more of. So I kept it to under 9 minutes, so that's good. We're going to end it there. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.